What was that? Like, seriously, what was that? Terrible waste of my time. And as someone who doesn't like to use the words or believe in these words for a lot of things, rigged, staged, scripted, man, after last night's fight, I got a couple things to say about this word, but we got other things to talk about before. For these two to be using words and saying stuff to each other like vicious, destroy, I'm gonna kill you, and then to put on a performance like that, yeah, that's sad. And the event was weird on live TV, and then Netflix posts a separate clip on Twitter saying Mike Tyson's pre-fight interview got real cheeky, showing Mike's bare ass. Come on, man, don't disrespect the legend like that. And then you got people saying, oh yeah, it's over for Jake. Like, people really thought Mike Tyson was gonna win. KSI posted, what a sad watch. Whole thing was sad. Mike Tyson is twice the age of Jake Paul. It was never ever gonna be close. I can't believe this elderly abuse was even sanctioned. Just a disgusting. Even Gervonta Davis posted a few stories about it, with one of them saying, to the bozo that shared the ring with Mike, you a whole bozo for this and you didn't get the job done. I'm on Gervonta's side with this one. I think Gervonta's other story was talking about that he would beat Jake, which yeah, I'm siding with Gervonta on that one. Before I get into the rig part, the fight before, the woman's fight, which was a way better fight, more entertaining, but was also upsetting because the woman who won, Taylor, was headbutting her way to victory. She thrown less punches, landed less punches, had less percent, had a point deducted, headbutted her way to the finish line, yes, she won. I have much respect to Serrano for being able to last till the end with that big cut and not quitting. Big respect for her. Who I think was going to win the fight, who I thought was going to win. Whether this fight was actually rigged or not, the way it happened and how it went, it excites more and makes more sense if it actually was rigged. During the fight, both Mike Tyson and Jake Paul had great chances and shown great power that they can knock out and finish their opponent, and then age was catching up a lot with Mike Tyson, and then there are moments that Jake Paul could have clearly finished the fight and beat Mike Tyson, and then he didn't. It's like both of them were holding back. It's like they were paid extra or a certain amount to not do certain things in the fight. I felt like I was watching like a friendly match, like a sparring match, like it wasn't taken that serious. And then you got Jake saying stuff like this.
At any point did you start to take your foot off the gas just a little bit?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely a bit. You know, I wanted to give the fans a show, but I didn't want to hurt someone that didn't need to be hurt.
And this is one of the comments under that video. I respect that, but if that was the case, why even make the fight at all? This fight was an embarrassment to the sport of boxing. They made the fight because, you know, it gets a lot of attention, which means a lot of money. And this fight should have not even happened. When they first announced it that Jake was going to fight Mike Tyson, I'm like, man, you're going to fight a guy who's 58 years old? I'm thinking, that shouldn't be safe, right? At that age, to be fighting someone that young who has enough power to knock people out. And respect to Mike Tyson for even doing this fight at his age. You know, I don't think any other former boxer at his age would do this. So big respect to him. You know, Mike Tyson's a real G. Which makes the whole rigged claim and fabricated claims and stuff like that to be more true. Because it's like behind the scenes they told Jake to, yeah, we'll give you the win and stuff, get the decision, just don't hurt Mike too badly or don't try too hard or try to knock him out because, you know, he's much older. We don't want him to get seriously hurt. And then you get comments like this saying you can't rig in the boxing commission there, and the people that are all part of it would not risk their jobs. They get paid 60 to 75K a year and have families. They're not getting 20 million and they're not. And the response was, look at the clause. Tyson gets the most money to survive 8 rounds and he gets less money if he beats Jake Paul. Tyson filed for bankruptcy a few years back, plus Jake Paul chose the refs. And people before the fight were saying this is a win-win for Jake or a lose-lose for Jake. Win-win in terms of, well, Jake loses or wins the fight, doesn't matter. He got to fight Mike Tyson, he made a lot of money, got a lot of attention. And then when people say lose-lose, well, if he lost to Mike Tyson, that's a loss and it's to Mike Tyson. And if he even though wins, and which he did win, you beat a guy almost 60 years old, so not really like that impressive or whatever. And people thinking, oh, but it's Mike Tyson. But you gotta understand, no matter how good he was in the past, which he was amazing and very scary, and he's still scary even after last night and stuff, and very impressive, and he's awesome still and cool, man, you gotta understand, age plays a big part. And at that age, you get hit once hard cleanly, oh man, it's gonna change everything. Jake Paul beats all these retired UFC fighters and whoever, which is impressive to an extent, and then once they put him up against a real boxer who's young, gonna enter their prime, matches Jake's stats in terms of age, weight, and all that, Tommy Fury, he loses. And then they're like, oh, well, we don't want to do that again. We don't want to fight a real boxer who's young in their prime and stuff like that. No, let's go back to fighting retired UFC fighters. And then after that, he goes up to fight a guy almost 60 years old. What's next? 90 years old? Jake Paul's next fight should be against KSI, or just at some point in his career, not too long, because this is a fight a lot of fans have been wanting for a long time. We've been waiting a long time for this fight to hopefully get announced. They got beef between each other. They both have a lot of experience now through boxing. It would be great. I was gonna wait till next year to say this or get to a certain level, but I would absolutely love to one day and one time only fight on a Misfits undercard or boxing card, main card, or whatever point of the card. I don't care if the first fight or like an influencer boxing like last night on the same card of that, whatever. I would absolutely love to do that. And when I fight, when that day comes, I will not let it get a decision. I will do on a much better fight than last night's fight and actually finish my opponent. And when I say I'm going to destroy them, I actually will, because I'm going to be very legit and authentic and actually try and finish as fast as I can. I hope that day comes, because I really want it to happen. And you may be thinking, saying all this, oh, you must have boxing experience or something. No, I've never boxed before. I've never trained boxing. My dad's even been knowing for years about me wanting to do something like that. And he's like, well, why don't you train? And I'm like, why do I need to train? Like, unless the fight actually gets booked or happen 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, then I'll start training. Because first of all, they're not gonna put me against a pro fighter, and this is gonna be a one-time thing. So I ain't too worried. And plus, I'm not like too out of shape right now to really worry about starting training now. But just know, when that day comes, I will not get the decision. Imagine letting other people decide if you won. Is that a real win? Like, come on, I ain't gonna say stuff like, I'm gonna destroy my opponent, all that, and then let it to the judges, where I gotta let other people decide if I win. That means, oh, all those things that I said that I could beat my opponent, I couldn't, and then someone else had to decide if maybe I won or not? Come on. Anyways, enough rambling on with me. Do you think this fight was rigged? Let me know. And also, do you think the Serrano fight was rigged? Because I thought she won too. And I know this video has nothing to do with the actual videos I make on movies and stuff, but man, I just thought I had to do it. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have an amazing day.